September 1944. A British Cromwell tank fights its way through Holland. It takes a direct hit from a German shell, and only this man survives.
Then another 88 must have hit the tank and threw me approximately 20 yards off my tank.
He was one of a tight-knit crew of 5.
You sleep together, you work together, you eat together. It's like a family.
But this was no ordinary Allied unit. He was a German fighting for Britain against the Nazis. Willy Hirschfeld was one of 10,000 Germans and Austrians who fought for Britain in the Second World War. And this extraordinary band of brothers can now tell their stories in full for the first time.
People who we were fighting against were out to eradicate me. You know, they wanted to get rid of me, so I had to fight it.
I didn't feel British, but I did feel that I was a soldier in the British Army.
They volunteered to fight for Britain against their former countrymen in critical operations across Europe.
The enemy I faced could have easily been my friends.
When you fired them, they made the most awful noise.
There was no feeling of revenge. I wanted to fight the Nazis, not the Germans as such.
That particular moment, I had a feeling that we will succeed.
They endured the mistrust of their adopted country, but were still willing to die for it.
I daren't even say I came from a country that was so bloody awful as Germany.
They knew they could be tortured and executed as traitors if captured.
But you are British. I said, no, sir. I said, but I hope the Admiralty know what they're doing.
Some suffered terrible injuries.
Some of my skull had been shot away and my brain apparently was visible.
Others witnessed the full horror of war and never recovered.
It was a sad time. It was a bloody awful time.
Together, they would become Churchill's German army.
They didn't like us, and we certainly didn't like them. So they had to be killed.
When we into Germany, we won. We beat them.